Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Steampunk Tower 2. This game was developed by Dreamgate Company, published by Dragus Games SA, and releases on December 4th, 2020 for a price of $9.99. Now at the time of this review being recorded, the game is on sale for 20% off, so unsure if that'll carry over to release. Hopefully, either way, I'll let you know about the game and you can judge if it's worth it for yourself. So we're going to load into an earlier save on my profile. I have been playing this game on two different profiles. I'm a little further, but I didn't want to show off too much of the game. That way if you do want to pick up the game, it doesn't spoil anything. So what is Steampunk Tower 2? It's a tower defense style game done in a little bit of a unique manner. So you have this constantly evolving world and map that you're trying to sort of conquest and defeat your enemies on. The game does have a kind of engaging story, but I'm not going to spoil anything there. So if you want to read the dialogue as you play, feel free. As you load into the game, you have this tower spike-like thing that you add defenses and turrets and stuff to that are constantly being evolved and changed around based on the battles that you want to do. You can upgrade and get things from mortars to machine guns to all kinds of things, even gigantic artillery structures and this giant steam ray that your tower can shoot after it primes up enough energy. Now, one of the really cool mechanics that I'll showcase here a little bit is you can take your turrets and move them around. If you want to reload the ammunition, yes, you do need to micromanage the game a little bit and manage your ammunition. You'll slide the guns back into the tower and they'll start to increase and reload their weapon. So you have to manage this with your limited space. You can also move your towers between and move them around from side to side if you want. So say if you need to get more artillery towers on one side versus the other, I haven't really had to do too much changing if you stay ahead of reloading your guns and having a good diverse amount of weapons. You generally won't struggle too hard. I will let you know the game is a bit of a grind initially. You're going to be doing a lot of pretty much the same attacks you see here. It's just a couple waves as you try to increase your overall level by earning your experience points. As you progress, you'll encounter some of the different kind of combat fight variants where instead of enemies coming from both sides, you'll have just one heavy attack from one direction. One cool thing is every gun has its special ability. As you can see here with the mortar, I activate the special attack and it basically shoots a couple extra mortar shells. Or in the case of this machine gun, it'll just fire a bunch of bullets really fast. You do have a health bar at the top for your tower as well as any of your special weapons. In this case I have a steam ray. Don't really have a need to use that, but you can develop additional special weapons, as well as there's super weapons. There's giant like artillery mortars that just come out of nowhere that you can use and wipe out entire maps. It's actually a pretty fun, micromanagement style system to the game, and it's done in a really, easy manner after you get past that initial threshold of grinding a bit. You'll have to play a good chunk of this game grinding, but after, kind of going at that, it gets rather rewarding as you can eventually get to where you have, over 10 different units in your tower and you're moving things all about. My personal favorite unit is going to be the machine gun. I've always loved machine guns in games, so it's always a fun, neat way to do it. As well as people who don't want to necessarily sit at a slow pace, you can double the speed of the battle and make things go a little faster for you if you are more on the impatient side. It's kind of up to you. I kind of like leaving it at a 2x speed. It makes it a little more challenging for me when it comes to making sure all my guns are, reloaded and I'm moving things around properly. So as you play and check out the game, you can kind of make that distinction on how you want to do that yourself. One thing that's really cool too is when you have these one-sided battles, you can kind of set things up, and if you don't quite have, weapons that are ready to load in, swap out your other guns and get ready and use your abilities that aren't necessarily being performed on the other side of your map. And that's just a really neat, unique way to, not have to constantly upgrade both sides, because you can upgrade your specific guns as you play as well, progressing, making them more powerful, more defensive, as well as after every battle you'll also have to repair your unit. I'm calling it a spike, your tower. It just looks like a giant spike when it drops from the ship. As you manage everything and go into your next battles, now areas are constantly going to be getting overtaken by enemies. You're going to constantly be defending new points, and as you progress a little further, you can also have like a sort of automatic battle simulation. There's a little bit of a town civilization management aspect to the game, as well as just a ton of different upgrade paths that you can do. I'll show you a little bit of what some of that looks like. This is kind of the armory here. It showcases a lot of the different weapons as you'll start to progress and unlock, as well as being able to go in and upgrade your weapons as you complete quests and requirements to get those. The game presents quests that you kind of run through and have to complete as you go. That'll give you different rewards. So currently on this quest point, I have to upgrade my tower, but I can't upgrade my tower until I level up more. So that's where the grinding aspect of the game kind of comes into play, where you're constantly playing levels, as well as starting to unlock and explore different areas of the map, which will open up a lot of different options for you as you play. Overall, Steampunk Tower 2 is a really fun game. I would recommend it if you're a tower defense game fan. As far as giving this game any type of a rating, I'll give this a solid 7.5 out of 10. I think it's done well. It's a nice pick up and play, casual game. I really like that I don't appear to see any microtransactions anywhere at all, so they're encouraging you to actually just play the game for what it is. And I can really appreciate that. Outside of that, if you guys want to check out the game, we'll have a link down in the description. If you want to see more gameplay, let us know. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, it really helps supports us, allows us to bring more games and stuff like this to you guys. We're doing giveaways all the time on our Discord. There'll be a link down below as well. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll see you next time.